and thanks for coming to my channel. If you are new to my channel, I am Mo, Forever Mo, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to start a business. I know I have another video on here about how to start a lip gloss line for little to no money, so you can also check that out. It's giving great tips from how I started my business during COVID-19 and the supplies that I use. So today I wanted to break down a few more tips. I had some people come to me and they want to start a business and just don't know exactly what they need, so I want to help you with that. So I have about 7 tips on how to start a business. So I have my first thing I do is I always write notes. So you can get a planner, some type of book, things that you keep you organized and want to write your notes. So I'm going to be looking at this as well as I'm talking to you. So first tip is have an idea. You want to have a passion. What are you passionate about? As you know, I have a number of businesses. I'm a full-time teacher during the day, and then I also have a tutoring agency, and I own a beauty brand. So what are you passionate about? And it doesn't just have to be one thing. But you need to kind of hone in one at a time, because I didn't start them at the same time. So what is your brand? So what is your idea? What do you want to create? What's going on in your mind? So make sure you're passionate about it, because if it's something here today, going tomorrow, then it's not something that would be worth pursuing. Number 2, you want to have a brand name. What represents your brand? So what are you? Mo Beauty represents me as a beauty line. It doesn't have to have your name in it. For example, my tutoring agency is Tutor Me. So that represents my tutoring agency and what it stands for, and that's the brand. So when they think of Tutor Me, they say, oh, hey, that's Monet's tutoring agency where she tutors kids and, and helps them with learning. So my brand for Mo Beauty, oh, Mo, she sells those nice, that cute lip gloss and the wine tubes and also the squeeze tube. So make sure you have that brand name. So think of your idea. Number 3 is your logo. So a logo. So something, I did make my logo myself, and then your logo is what represents you, and so when they think of it, they're going to say, it doesn't say Sephora on it, it says Mo Beauty, so they know exactly where it came from when they ordered it. So everything that I sell on my store has my logo on it. So think about your logo. I made it myself on Canva. You can pay somebody to do it. There are wonderful graphic designers and everything. Fiverr is another one. They're very reasonably priced, and you can also look into that. Number 4, around 4? Yep, number 4, a vendor. So think about what you are selling. Think about what you want. I know I sell lip gloss. They do have vendors for lip gloss. Right now, I make my lip gloss. I am a small business, so I can still make it. And so think about what you want to sell. We also sell hair. I have a vendor for that. So I find my vendor for hair and do your research. Everybody says, oh, what's the connect? What's the plug? Drop it. Everybody doesn't. I have did my own research. People do not want to give up their vendor. There are a lot of stores, a lot of people, they said, I'm never selling my connect. Are you crazy? So they don't want to give it up. I feel like personally, you have to do your research and see what works for you, because what works for somebody else, what works for my business may not work for somebody else's business, and they may not like it. I have bought plenty of hair from people who I was not pleased with, and I just won't shop there again because I didn't like the quality of hair that was going in my head. So really do your research. From lashes to lashes, I found my vendor. Amazing, and it worked for me. So somebody else who has a lash business, they might not want to use my vendor. If you have questions, I'll put my email down below, and you can ask me questions about a vendor and how you go about finding it and doing your research. I have no problem with that. Number 5 is your website. Your website is extremely important. I will not buy from anybody who does not have a website. I won't. It's pointless to me because imagine if I did not have a website. How would people reach me? So sometimes I stay up all hours of the night. I wake up early in the morning. So if I'm trying to reach somebody on Instagram and I want what they have and to provide with it, I'm writing them a message, but they might be asleep. But I want this lip gloss right now. So, sis, what's the Cash App? How much do I owe you? You don't have a website. I can't give you my information, my address, and all of that so you can ship it to me because you were asleep. So by the time you woke up, I already found me somebody else that I can go to. So please get yourself a website. There are free websites out here. For my beauty business, I use Shopify. I use that because I sell products. I love it. It's very easy. They have steps and tutorials on YouTube as well to help you get Shopify. Shopify, I believe right now they have something going on. It's free for 90 days. So you can use that trial period to see if it really works for you. Interact with it, use it how you want to use it, and then go from there. Big Cartel is a free one. Wix, I don't think Wix is free. It used to be. I don't think Squarespace is free. I use Squarespace for the tutoring service. So I got a free website for the tutoring service because I'm just providing the service. So on my tutor website, they can go sign up, they can fill out a tutor form and give me a little bit of information about the student and what is needed, and then I do a follow-up call from there. So I'm not really selling anything, so I didn't. Also, along with my website, I purchased my domain. So domain is your name. So when you contact me, you're going to www.mobeautyonline.com. So it's very professional. Some people don't get a domain. So if I had the Shopify, it would have a Shopify name on it. For example, for the tutor website, I didn't get a domain. So therefore it's like tutorme2020 squarespace.com or something like that. So it has their name on it. You can go to GoDaddy to get your domain. It's about $11, so that's cheap to do that. Let me go back to number 5, website. There's also people who will do your website for you. I loaded all my pictures and did everything on my website, but when I have a business consultant and she does a website. So sometimes people are not creative and they just don't want the hassle and the headache because sometimes it is a lot of work. You can hire someone to do that. So my business consultant is very helpful. She helps me with any idea that pops up in my head. I call her, I text her, and she's like, with all the answers or, giving me feedback on, well, how do you think this should play out? She'll help with it. So she does website. I'll add her information as below as well. Social media, number 6. Social media is extremely important, especially going right now during COVID. Everybody is on social media. So Instagram is a big one. So my Instagram and my Facebook are connected. So I'm not on Facebook as much, but I have a beauty page. I have a tutoring page where it's for businesses. You go to this business page and it sends you to my link. It sends you to my website. It sends you where you need to be. It's sending the beautiful pictures of lip gloss and things like that you can see. So, Instagram and Facebook. So when I post on Instagram and I post my story, it'll go right to my Facebook page without me even going in it. Facebook, you can schedule when you want to. So you can be in your sleep and you can already schedule a picture coming out. Make sure you keep that content coming. I don't care if you have one style of lip gloss. You better sell the heck out of that lip gloss. So you're posting it. So you're at least posting about 2 to 3 times a week, like on the picture page. Stories are very big now. Post a story every day. It takes 2 seconds to post something, tag it, and people are sharing. People are constantly supporting and sharing my my lip gloss or anything. When you are genuine, people believe in you. So people love new brands and want to see. I come across brands all the time on social media. I know a lot of people who look on Instagram and say, oh, I want to buy that. Just like they're buying off of Amazon, they're also buying off of social media. You can buy right off of these social media sites. YouTube is another big site. So, I'm just getting introduced to YouTube. I've been watching YouTube videos for years, but just another way to interact, and make sure in your social media you're engaging with people. They like to hear. I like when I'm on engaging with somebody and they can engage, give me that conversation back, or they can answer a question that I have about a product. So make sure you take time out to really engage with your customers. With your target audience. So you also, want to look into that. Number 7 is your LLC. So your LLC, your EIN, we're talking about your business license. Exactly what is needed when it comes to business. I have one for all of my businesses. And what I represent, it just covers yourself. You want to be covered. I know Quetta called me one day and said, okay, I love the beauty brand, but what's up? She said, are you covered? Do you have an LLC with this? And I'm like, no, I don't. I contacted her and she got it all done just like that. So your EIN is free. So you can also do your research, or you can have somebody do it. I'm not a lawyer, so I contact Quetta for those business type needs. I'll link all her information at the bottom. So if you have any questions, you can give her a call. EINs are free, and you register with those. LLC, you register with the state. EIN, you register with like your city or your county. LLC, you register with the state. We are in the state of Pennsylvania, so my LLC, depending on your business, is $125, and then depending on what else you need, a business license, some type of business agreement. So for example, Mo Beauty is an online, I don't have a store right now, but if I decided to open up a store, if I decided to go vending, when outside opens back up, when COVID is over and we're able to, engage with people again, what if I want to go to a vending site where I can set up a table and sell all my products to those in need? If I chose to go to a different city and sell them, that I can do that and I wouldn't be shut down. So please protect your business. That is a major tip. Those were 7 tips that I'll have. I'll go back over them again just for a brief recap. So we know how to start a business. You want to have an idea. Put your idea in your head. Have a passion. Know exactly what you want to do. Number 2, a brand name. Think about what your brand is, what you want to represent. Each story that I'm doing, or each channel I have done thus far, I've had somebody else's brand on, clothes wise. I don't make clothes, but I love different things. So for example, this is a Money Gang. So We Smoke, they represent colors, bright, everything has a brand. It's different. I like it and it fits. And it works. So what their brand is will be different from somebody else's brand, but they knew what idea they had, they knew what they represented, and they knew what they wanted. So make sure your brand stands out. Number 3 is a logo. Make sure you have a logo. Make sure you know what you want it to be. Because, for example, if I'm shipping somebody this, I don't know where you got this from. So, I give it to somebody and I said, oh, girl, where you get this from? And you forget, or you can't say no. Make sure you have your logo. Make sure it represents, what you're doing and what you have and what represents you. Because when Beyonce is wearing Ivy Park and Rihanna is having Fenty, it exactly says it on there. Somewhere it is a brand and it is a represent, and you know exactly where it came from. Stand out. Have your brand in your logo. I'm sorry, that one is logo. Remember, you can make it on Fiverr, you can make it on Canva, you can hire a graphic designer. You can also look on Instagram and tag people who make logos. Number 4 was vendor. Your hair, your lashes, your gloss, anything that you're selling. They have t-shirt vendors who do wholesale products. Remember, ask for samples. You don't want to get 100 pieces of hair at your house and then you can't sell it or you don't like it. So make sure you do your research, get your vendor, ask for samples, and test it out. So it's going to take some time, but it's worth it once you do your research. Once again, if you have any questions, please write me, email me. and we can go from there, and I can help you as much as possible with that. Number 5 is your website. Remember, there are paid websites, there are free websites that you can look into. There are also people who will pay, who you can pay to do your website, bring your idea exactly what you want, and they can give that to you. That was 5. Number 6 is social media. You want to be on social media every day. A lot of people are on pages anyway and on social media. Be active, post that content, and keep going so you can get your sales. 7, our last one was LLC. Please protect your brand. Please protect your business. It is very important, because when tax time comes around and you trying to pull out receipt, you need to know exactly where your money is being spent. Your inventory, LLC, cover yourself. Just get an LLC, an EIN. Do your research in exactly what you need. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Please like.
Check out my other videos on this channel to see about different business techniques, different things I use in my business that could also possibly benefit you.
And then leave me an email or a comment down below of some other things that you would like to talk about that we can do a video about. Thank ya.